All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and always joining me is going to be the lovely Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda, how you doing this evening?
I'm great, Richard. How are you?
Doing pretty good tonight. We're back with Old Glory Racing League, their Genesis Cup Series, and they are taking on the oval of Chicago Speedway. I'm thinking this could be a very exciting race because we got quite a few drivers in here that are gonna be some heavy hitters. And while we're at it, let's take a look at those points and see who those heavy hitters are. Uh, first of all, we
Alrighty.
First of all, we got Dylan Hervatin. Hervatin's got a few wins. He's been doing really good. Can he do a back-to-back win here tonight? We shall see, but he's sitting first in points. Darren Bruce going to be sitting in second. Trent Robinette, he is going to be sitting third. Richard Mendonca, sorry, is going to be sitting fourth. Mason Thompson, he's going to be sitting fifth. Mark Kincaid, going to be sitting sixth. Seventh is going to be tied with Lyle Mitchell and Jeremy Scherer. Eighth is going to be Zachary Margerson. Ninth is going to be Perrin Huggins. 10th is going to be Christopher Alkire. And 11th is going to be Christopher Alkire. And 12th is going to be Joe Munchell. 13th, Chris Isaac. We probably won't see him tonight. He is having some issues with his back. Prayers are going to go out to him. Matt Banky going to be sitting 14th. David Simcox Jr. and is going to be sitting 15th. And Nathan Lafayette is going to be sitting 16th. You want to take on the rest?
Absolutely. 17th is going to be the 99 of Stephen Leitch. 18th is going to be Sean Anderson. 19th is going to be Brianna Laurent. 20th will be Cody Johnson. 21st is going to be Cody Brown. Sitting in 22nd is Mark Berry. And 23rd is Curtis Ecker. 24th is Corey Deal. 25th is going to be Zach Mecca. Sitting in 26th is going to be Jack Nunemacher. Sitting in 27th is Lucas Reed. 28th will be Damon Nagel. 29th is Jeffrey Rudick. 30th is Willie Evernham. And sitting in 31st is going to be Zachary Stevens.
Well, that's some awesome stuff right there. And like I said, we got a couple of heavy hitters. And tonight we are bringing back out the driver cams. So, we got four drivers. We got Matt Banky. We got Stephen Lech. We have Mark Kincaid is going to be returning with his driver cam for the night. And I believe that's going to be, who else we got? Man, I forgot already. Long day.
Oh, Lord.
Long day.
Sticky notes. Sticky notes.
Oh,
You need
Mr.
lots of
James
sticky notes.
James Manderud is
James.
he's going to be back. Or Manderud.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be back, and he is going to be on the right top right corner. You got Steven going to be on the bottom right, and you got Mark Kincaid on the top left, and then you're going to have Matt Banky. He is going to be on the bottom left. So, four drivers, and it looks like Mendonca, he is going to be on the pole right now, and we still have Dylan Harvatin out there. Matt Banky putting in a time. Darren Bruce, he's going to be putting in a time. And Miss Brianna Laurent is going to be out there putting in a time also. But while they are putting in their times, I'm sorry that I did not get to it last night, but tonight we are definitely going to get to it. So let's all stand, remove our hats, put our hands over our hearts for the national anthem, and we will be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still
We're live.
Apparently, this stuff is.
All right, so I will fix the. Okay, yeah, we got sound. Sorry about that, James. I did have it muted for just a moment. Amanda was filling me in on some race details. But Supper Skittles missed who we have in the car. So we got Mark Kincaid. He's going to be on your top left. We got James Manarud. He's going to be on the top right corner. Matt Banky. He is going to be on the bottom left. And we got Stephen Lech. He is going to be right there on the bottom right. Ooh, no, not that one. And just give me 1 second while I fix one thing. So if you see something moving, it's all right. It's just me. So one of our drivers is going to be in VR tonight, and that's going to be Stephen Lech. He is going to have. I think that is one of the best views in the house. I love racing in VR, and looks like qualifying is going to be over, but I love racing in VR. So that bottom right-hand screen is probably going to be pretty interesting, but we do have everybody loading in. So let's go full screen and let's look at our lineup for this evening's race. And anytime now. All right, we got Richard Mendonça. He is going to be right there. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dylan Hervatten is going to be right there in that top spot. You got Mendonça. He is going to be sitting in second on his outside. You got Stephen Lech. He is going to be sitting third. Darren Bruce is going to be sitting fourth. Cody B. Johnson, he was a late starter in this series, but doing a really fantastic job. He is going to be starting fifth. Sixth is going to be Mark Kincaid. James Manarud, he is going to be starting seventh. Lucas Reed is going to be starting 8th. Nathan Lafayette is going to be starting 9th. Mason Thompson, not loaded in yet, but he will be, and he is going to be starting 10th. All right, Miss Amanda, who else we got?
11th, we'll have Curtis Ecker starting. In 12th is going to be Matt Banky. Starting in 13th is going to be Jeffrey Rudick. Starting in 14th is going to be Colton Hopfner. Starting in 15th is going to be Miss Brianna Laurent. Starting in 16th will be Joel Munchel. 17th is going to be Zachary Margison. 18th is Damon Nagel. And 19th is going to be the Wheaties car of Jack Noonmacher.
I remember when all the athletes on the Wheaties. My favorite is not Frosted Flakes, but Frosted Mini Wheats. I can't do the Wheaties. It's just not my style. But it looks like everybody has got their cars fired up, and we are rolling. You got the 36 on the pole. You got the 40.
We're not going green. Not going green.
All right, looks like somebody is getting a EOL, looks like maybe. Looks like Richard Mendonça, he is going to be falling to the back. So that's going to move that outside row up just a little bit. 27 is going to take over the outside lane.
I'm not even sure what happened.
I'm not sure
It just
either.
says he crashed.
Well, he's parked right there on the apron. Don't know exactly what happened. Maybe he had to go take a real quick restroom break. I don't know. Just speculating.
Yeah, no major event. He just literally parked on the apron and that's it.
And he is just sitting there. Well, we do have an extended green flag, so we'll see what happens from there. 9 viewers out there on the stream watching. We appreciate y'all stopping by. And it looks like Richard is back up and mobile. So he will be catching back up with the field. And probably, maybe he needed to go to the concession stand.
Maybe.
I love snacks when I'm racing.
How do you eat while you're racing, though? Is what I really want to know.
Really? How do you eat while you're driving?
I eat finger foods if I eat while I'm driving at all.
Oh, that's what we do while we're racing. You know, some Doritos, you know, finger foods.
Oh, okay. With chopsticks, of course.
What?
Yeah, when I'm gaming, I eat my finger foods with chopsticks so I don't get my fingers dirty. I don't want Cheeto dust on my controller. Just saying.
Well, don't eat Cheetos.
But so think about it. Doritos has a little Dorito dust. Cheetos has Cheeto dust. You know.
Well, pace car
All
is
of that.
coming out of turn number 4. It is going to dive off this time, and it looks like the 46 did get back up there on the front row on the outside, and we are getting ready to go green flag racing, and here we go. Pace car is off, and green flag is out. Flagman is waving that green flag, and let's go racing. 36 didn't get the best of the jump that he wanted to. He got the 46 right there on the outside. Coming into turn number 1, you got the 27 and the 99. Now, I'm looking for that 99 to try to take over the top spot. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, can this be somebody else's race to win? Is it going to be the 36? Is it going to be the 46? Is it going to be the 99? It can be anybody's race. I'm looking for that 51 to come up and take the lead and lead some laps here. And that is going to be James Mandaru.
Yep.
But it looks like everybody is kind of single file right now. You got a few in the back, and they are looking like they want to go 3 wide. And they almost did. Coming down the backstretch, we're riding with Matt Banky. Matt Banky did qualify in 12th, and he is trying to get himself around Mason Thompson. Mason Thompson is going to use that bottom line, and it looks like Matt Banky is going to try to get a run off the turn number 4. Not going to be able to get there this time. And oh my God, we got Toyotas in the race.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Come on. Richard, you should know if Jack is in the race, there is a Toyota in the race.
The 48 is a Toyota also, and that's going to be Colton Hefner. And he is going to be driving that 48 Aaron's. I haven't seen that paint scheme in a while.
Which one?
The Aaron's car?
Oh, wow. That's different.
Yes.
Yep. So, yeah, we have 3 Toyotas tonight. We've got Colton, we have Jeffrey, and we have Jack.
And we have our own Stephen Leach back.
Oh, yeah, we see him out there. And right now he is battling for the second position. He is right there on the bottom side, racing with the 46. Looks like he is going to be able to take over the second position here on lap number 4. Oh, shit, I forgot to change the screen. My bad. That was my fault, folks.
Oh. Sorry, if I'd been looking, I would have noticed.
Yeah.
Give me a third monitor just for that.
Yeah, so I accidentally minimized it and, yeah, did not think about it.
Yeah, it's alright. It's fixed.
Absolutely, and we got a battle for the lead, and it looks like the 99, he is going to try to take the lead here at lap number 5, coming to lap number 6, and he did lead that lap, but it looks like Hervatan, he is going to be able to fight back on the outside, coming into turn number 1. They are going to be side by side. Now, I know we have Chris Isaacson here, and I know he is a big Chicagoland fan. So, Chris, tell us, what is the best line here at Chicagoland in this next gen car?
I hate to tell you, you've got some misinformation. I've had one race at Chicagoland in the next gen. So I have absolutely no idea. I was looking forward to the race, but injured reserve and all.
Well, I'll have to. Oh, and we got a little bit of contact with the 40, with the 36 and the 99. 99 just slid up, and they were pretty much riding, touching doors, and
You
99.
can't say that.
Oh my goodness. 99 backed out of it to let the 36 right on by. Now he's got the 46 to deal with for that third position coming through the tri-oval. It is going to be the 36 and 46 are going to be 1 and 2 with the 99 still trying to take away that second place position. And look at James Mandarud. He is going to be working his way up 3 positions from where he started. He's going to be back into the 4th position, and he is right there. He is looking to be a challenger for the lead with Darren Bruce right there in tow. Darren Bruce down 1 position, but still hanging in the top 5. Cody B. Johnson, he is going to be right there in 6th place, down 1 position. And he lost, those two lost that position to James Mandarud and Lucas Reed up 1 position in that Yingling number 10. I have not tasted Yingling.
I can't drink beer.
You
so
aren't missing
I
much,
don't-
so I'll go ahead and say that.
I don't want to spend too much time on him, but that Folgers number 19 of Curtis Ecker, he is going to be up 2 positions, riding around in the 9th position. Top 10, not bad. This is one of those tracks that can go green, long green flag laps, so I look for that to happen tonight. So maybe that pit strategy might come into play. We do have 150 laps here. We got a stage break at lap number 75. And what was I knew I got I know Curtis. He is really good at sending me information. And I forgot what the fuel laps were.
Let me
Approximately 35 to 39.
That's it.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, thank you,
But
Chris.
from what I understand from my team and a couple of the other teams, about 30 laps is what they're looking at on tires before they just completely fall apart. So near middle end of the run, we'll probably see these cars getting super tight and having a little bit of contact.
Well, hopefully so. And right now we are going to take it to our driver's cams, and we have Mark Kincaid. He is going to be riding in the. Where is Kincaid? He is falling back to the 8th position.
Kincaid.
Yeah. So the 8th position, it looks like James, he is going to be still right there in 3rd. And look at Steven. Steven is battling for the lead, and we can see his screen right there on the bottom right-hand side. He's going to be on that bottom lane. He is trying to give Hervaten a run for his money. Could this be Hervaten's race, or will Steven be his kryptonite tonight? How we all doing tonight? Aviator, we are doing awesome, man. We're glad that you are here. Always glad to have you every week joining us in the chats. I know who you're pulling for, and I'm rooting for everybody tonight. This is anybody's race. But there can only be one. And Amanda, who are you going to pick for the night?
Have you made your pick?
Yes. But I'll let you pick first, just in case I'm picking your pick.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the 99 of Stephen Leach.
Okay. Good choice. That was going to be my pick, damn it.
Well, see, I figured that wouldn't be your pick, so. Because it's a Chevy. You don't like the Chevys.
Ooh, James Rudick has jumped. Jeffrey Rudick has jumped into the pits. Hopefully, his car is doing all right. And he just left, but he is going to be showing 7 laps down, so he has a little bit of problems. And I did see the 36 get a little bit loose coming out of the corner. He may have scrubbed the wall just a little bit, but okay. So you have the 99. I am thinking I'm going to go with 51.
Of James Mandaroon.
Yep.
I think that's another good pick, honestly.
So I'm going to go with my pick for the win, the 51 for the win. I'm going to go with Hervat in second and Leitch third.
Okay.
So that's going to be my top three. Let's see if it happens. But let's go through the field just a little bit. Curtis Eckert moving up in his number 19. He is up 3 positions from where he started. Joe Munchel, he is going to be our biggest mover of the race right now, riding around in the 9th position in the top 10, up 7 positions from where he started. But he's got some competition for that biggest mover of the race, and that's going to be Zachary Margison. Zachary Margison is going to be up 6 positions with Damon Nagel. He is making amazing moves through the field, and he is going to be riding around in the 12th position, also up 6 positions. So them two are pretty much getting nose to tail and following each other through the field. So this could be their night tonight if they can continue to move through the field. I know that stage break is going to help everybody out. Later on in the run, it will come out. Like I said, it will come out at lap 75. But we will see a pit stop before then. If it does go green, we'll see a green flag pit stop in between the stage break. But as of right now, it looks like the 36 is still going to be out front. So far, he has led the most laps since the race started. But that 99 is going to be right there behind him, right there in his draft. This is going to be a Ford versus Chevrolet race. And he's got another Ford right there behind him, trying to close that distance, because the two leaders, they have jumped out to about a 0.4 of a second lead over Mendoza. So there are no Toyotas up in the top 10, just so you know. I just wanted you to know that. I don't know why. But our nearest Toyota towards the is going to be Hefner. And he is going to be riding around in the 15th position. There is going to be the first Toyota coming around. And Aaron's was driven by... crap. Come on, Chris. I know you know this.
Dude, you gotta think. I'm like, yeah, no.
This is...
I'm not all there.
You're not all there.
Yeah, I'm not all there. Mentally, I'm not all there right now.
Lord.
We got a nice
I'm
little...
having a Richard moment.
That's why Richard drinks Monsters. Do you need an energy drink too?
I don't think my
No.
monsters are working for me today, but we got a nice little battle, and that's going to be between the 23 and the 35. It looks like the 23 is going to have it. Coming into turn number 1, he is going to be able to use that low lane to get around the 35. 35, one day will be his day. Right now, he's riding in 17th, but let's look at the side of his car. Make sure he doesn't have any kind of damage on that car that might be slowing him down, or this could be a little bit of a strategy. Save what you got for the end. And I don't see any right side damage, so he is keeping that car pretty clean. So this could be a strategy by the 35, trying to save those tires, because tires, like you said, Chris, are going to be very important later on in the run. Joe Munchel.
Speaking of Benke, I watched another race that he was in Tuesday night for Daytona. Down near the last 20 laps, he came from 2 laps down to be in the top 5 before he was wrecked. And keep in mind, he is on a controller, so that was a pretty impressive change.
Yes, to get out here on a controller, it is one of the most difficult things I have tried to do. I tried to run these cars with a controller. I couldn't do it, so my hat's off to him. For being able to keep his car straight, because that's more than I could do. I mean, if it was drifting, it might be something totally different. But yeah, my hat's off to him. He's doing something that I definitely couldn't do. We had a good little battle for the 3rd position, and I was between the 27, the 08, and the 46. They were pretty much battling it out like it was the last lap, and it looks like Mendoza, he is going to be falling back to the 5th position. It looks like those tires are starting to give up. Here at lap 25, he is... I I would say if the tires are giving up, I would go ahead and short pit it if you have enough fuel to make it to that. Well, no, there's no way he can make it.
Even if they short pit it, they've only got 5 sets of tires. So if you do the math, they've got to put at a minimum 30 laps on a set of tires to be able to make it with tires through the race.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, that would be a bad idea. Joe Munchel now up 9 positions, riding around in the seventh position. So I'm looking for him to come up further. He looks like he has a good long run car. As you know, he has got Curtis Ecker. He's going to be right there behind him, and now Curtis Ecker is going to have Mason Thompson all over him and trying to take over that 8th position. Curtis Ecker is on the bottom lane, and the 81 is going to be on the top, and it looks like the 81 is going to have the run off the corner. And Curtis just drifted up in front of Lucas Reed. Not a lot of room in front of that number 10 car, but he did make it. And James is falling back. I hate to see that for James. James was running up there towards the front in 4th position, now sitting back in 11th. So could this be a strategy for him as we are at lap 28? So, Chris, you said lap 30. I mean,
yeah, I mean that's the minimum. If these guys do go full fuel run, we're looking at 35 to 38 laps on tires, and they should be able to save to get there. I don't know. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. I am impressed that it's been 28 laps, 29 laps. You said right at 30 for green. There's been no caution, and the track is not exactly friendly right now on temperature. I think it's 120-degree track temp right now. So you know these cars are extra tight, and it's just eating the tires.
yeah, Stephen Leach, he has got a challenge for second, and that challenge is all over now. And Darren Bruce, he is going to be able to take over the second position. So Leach, he is going to fall back to third, and he's got Cody B. Johnson. He is coming up through the field, and he fell back just a little bit and now is working back up into 4th. Now he's got Stephen Leach right there in his sights for the 3rd position. And looks like Cody is coming quick. So did Stephen use up his tires is what I'm wondering as he was battling for that lead, battling with another car, especially down on the lower lanes or the lower part of the track. That can eat up your tires a lot more than being on that top line. So Stephen Leach falling back just slowly but surely with Mandonka riding in 5th. Mark Kincaid going to be in 6th. Joe Munchel still riding around in 7th. Got no challengers. It's pretty much spread out. They're waiting for that stage break to come about or waiting for those green flag pit stops to start. Curtis Ecker going to be riding around in the 9th position. Lucas Reed going to be riding in 10th. Got a little bit of a hornet's nest between the 5188 and the 00. They are going to be battling out for the 11th position. James Menderud, he has it, and Zachary Margerson and Nathan Lafayette wants it. Amanda, where you at? Let's find out where her camera is. She is going to be watching. That's James Manderud. Damon Nagel has Jack Nudemacher all over the side of his car, trying to take away that 15th position. Jack wants a good finish here at Chicagoland. He's going to try to get it as he just sits back and pretty much watches all the action in front of him and takes a position wherever he can get it. Every week that we watch him, if he's not involved in something, somebody else's shenanigans, he does keep a clean car. And I don't hear Miss Amanda, so we'll go back full screen.
Oh, my bad.
What,
I didn't realize my headset was muted.
oh.
Sorry.
Leave.
I'm
Oh,
talking to myself. I'm sitting here talking to myself. I can't sleep. I have children. They're still awake. I can't go to sleep.
Well, Mark Kincaid has a little bit of a challenge from James. Sorry, not James, but Richard Mendonça. He is trying to take over that 5th position from Mark Kincaid, but I don't believe he's going to be able to get there and take it back. That 54 has been able to make it around him, and can he stay there is going to be the question. Lap 35 of 150. Still got a lot of racing left to go, and why is that not scrolling? There it is. Why is all my stuff changing? I know I didn't click it.
That's a good question. I didn't touch it.
Yeah, you did.
Who,
I think it was
no,
you.
I didn't. Nope. I think it's because you are drinking a Monster.
Well, we're going to go back side by side, and we're going to see where you're at, and we're going to let you call the action that you're at. Ooh.
Well, I'm more back towards the back, Richard, honestly. You know, we have that ability to let the race tell us where it's exciting at. And most of it's towards the back and in the middle.
Yes, and we're starting to have some pit road
So it
goers.
looks like we got pits.
Yeah. Who we got going in the pits?
So, all right. So, Colton entered the pits. Matt Banky hit the pits. Lucas Reed, James Mandaroo.
So that's
So,
gonna leave Dylan Hervot, and he is gonna stay out. Darren Bruce, he is gonna bring his number 27 down. That's gonna allow Cody B. Johnson. He is gonna take over the 2nd position with Joel Munchell. He is gonna stay out. Now up 13 positions, right around in 3rd with Mason Thompson right there in tow. Nathan Lafayette, he is gonna be staying out, riding in 5th. 46 is down and away. Jack Nudemacher, he is going to be right there in 6th. Damon Nagel in 7th. So
we now have a Toyota in the top 10.
yes, we do, and that's going to be Jack Nudemacher. There he is, riding in 6th. Got a whole bunch of Fords trying to track him down though.
That they do.
All right,
That they do.
Hervatten is gonna bring his car down. Cody B. Johnson is gonna bring his car down. Munchell and Mason Thompson is gonna stay out and lead a lap with Nathan Lafayette. He is gonna be right there in 2nd. Some of these guys with fresher tires did pass him already, and they're gonna be looking to get their laps back as the green flag stops are commencing. Let's see how long the 81 stays out, and it looks like here at lap 39, he is going to bring it down. Lafayette going to stay out another lap, so he is going to get 40 laps out of his tank. Hervatten coming out of the pits. Hopefully he made that commitment cone before entering the track. That was very, very close. But Nathan staying out. Now, I got to question him. I got a question. How is this the right move to stay out this long? Because you know those fresh tires are going to be a lot faster. So you're staying out to lap 40. I don't know how much benefit he is going to have. Yes, he's going to be able to make up a little bit of time on the leaders in the long run. But 35 laps, I'm thinking he
playing the bonus point strategy.
I was just about to say that he's either stayed out and lead a lap, or playing the fresher tires, in the long run. 23 is down and away, so he's gonna enter back in the track. And Dylan has taken back over the lead. Now Dylan, he was out quite a ways, and let's see where he is at right now. 4 seconds, actually 4.7 seconds over Bruce in 2nd place, and Leitch, he's going to be about almost a second behind Bruce. So Leitch still hanging in there in the top 3, but he's got a lot of work to do to catch that 36. I know Aviator is out there. Oh, we got Caravan Cowboy out there going 36 for the win. So Hervatten has really filled up the chat with his fans, and we're glad to have him here. Glad to see him. So who's your second pick? I got to ask him, who's the second pick?
My second pick?
No, let's see, Aviator and Caravan Cowboy. If he was not able to win, if something happened, who would y'all pick next? I think I have an idea. I'm going to say Mendoza. Mendoza. I mean, he is a good driver. He's a good driver right now, riding around in the 5th position. So I wouldn't count this man out. Him and Dylan, they practice together, they race together, they're on the same team, so they're communicating all together in the same chat, and they're giving each other tips and tricks, on how to improve their lap times or how to improve their tire wear. So that is a really good teamwork between those guys. Watching their lines and everything, I've actually watched their lines and adjusted my driving to the way that some of them drive these tracks. All right, lap 45 of 150. We are almost a third of the way there. Still have that stage break at lap 75. We got Mark Kincaid. He is chasing down that city 99 of Stephen Lynch. We got Cody B. Johnson riding around in 5th. He's got Joe Munchell right there behind him. Joe Munchell has moved himself up to 6th position, now up 10 position from where he started. Mendoza right there in 7th. He's got a little bit of competition coming up behind him. He's got the 81, he's got the 10, and he's got the 19 right there all behind him. These three are fighting for the same real estate as the 10 of Lucas Reed. He has the position. Oh, Lucas Reed touches the apron. He gets a little bit sideways, and he drifts out the track. No harm, no foul. But he has the 81 all over that back bumper. And let's see. Oh, Curtis is going to dive it down to the apron and cut off the 81 and take over the low lane, but does he have the run off the corner? Not going to have it just yet, but he uses the draft from Lucas Reed coming through the tri-ovals to turn number 1. It is going to be a 4-car battle for the same real estate. They're going to go 3 wide for a second, coming in turn number 2, out of turn number 2. They keep it straight off the wall, out of each other's way, and I think Lucas Reed was the biggest winner of that. He was able to get around, but Curtis Ecker still right there trying to take over that position from Lucas Reed. Amanda, where you at? What you got?
I'm up here watching the front. There was a little bit of action going on. Now they're all spread back out. It was Stephen Leach and Mark Kincaid for a moment.
Well, since we're on the same cars.
Well, here, I'll go back to the
Oh.
back.
Well, now you go back to the back. I went to the back. That's fine.
Well, let me go back to the front.
No, I was back at the... Okay.
You know what? I quit.
You're fine.
I'm gonna let SDK tell me where the exciting stuff is, and they say it's smack dab in the middle. Mason Thomas, Lucas Reed, and Curtis Eckler making a little line right there.
And you got Richard right there, not too far behind him. He is going to be in the 10th position. And, let's go to our driver's views and see what they see. And let's see, there he is, Matt Banky. We're going to take a ride with him. Watching his screen, he is very smooth on the steering wheel. Even though it's a controller, he is still pretty smooth, and it doesn't look like he is really over driving the car. So therefore, those tires, he may not be wearing those tires out, even being on a controller. So that's an amazing job. He was right there on the back bumper of who was that? I believe that was Colton. Oh,
Well,
no,
let me
that was
ask
the
you
leader.
this, Richard.
What's up?
You've been doing this for a while, right?
Yes.
Before you started racing with the steering wheel and in VR, how did you race in video games?
Controller.
Okay, then.
I was horrible at it.
Oh, Lord. Listen, That just means Banky has skills that you don't have.
Oh, absolutely. If it was drifting or something, I'd be all about it. But trying to drive in a straight line, no. My thumbs and stuff have twitches. Well, Herbotten is pretty much dominating this race so far. Now 3.4 seconds separates him from Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce doing a a good job of keeping Stephen Leach at bay in that third position. The 99 can catch up to the 27. You see the little bit of a run. The 99 definitely gets into the corner and through the corner better than the 27, but he just can't get there to make the pass. But it may seem that the longer this car runs, that 27 might be losing a little bit of momentum. Here we go again in turn number 1 and 2. Will he be able to get there and make the pass? It's going to be close. Now the 99 is going to look to the inside, coming down to the backstretch. They are going to be side by side coming into turn number 3. And it looks like the 99 is going to have it. So he made me look like a liar. 27 of Darren Bruce going to be back to third. But he's going to fight right back. Look at the run that he got coming through the trioval, and he is not done with the 99 just yet. And it looks like the 99 is just a little bit better through the corners of 1 and 2 and out on the exit. It looks like the 27 does have a little bit of advantage using a little bit of the draft coming into 3 and 4. It looks like he can close the gap just a little bit, but that 99 is starting to roll the corners a little bit better than that 27. 27 slides it up towards the wall, able to keep it off of it. So these tires are holding, but for how long? Mark Kincaid moving up to the 4th position. He is slowly but surely running these top 3 down. He is about 5.8 seconds, back from Dylan, but he is about 1.3 seconds or 1.5 seconds back from Bruce. So he is slowly taking a little bit of time off here and there, trying to work his way back up. He wants a podium finish here at Chicago Speedway. Amanda?
Yes, Richard.
What you seeing?
Oh, and we have action. We finally have action. Hold on. Who was that?
God, that's my ear.
Oh. Turn your headset down. So
that was
let me
Brianna.
Go back. And Stephen Leach, actually. And Brianna is our other controller driver.
I would hate to be in the chat right now. Hopefully,
honestly, I just want to know how their thumbs feel when they're done, because I can't game for a long time. I love racing games, but I can't game for a long time. Looks like Steven went to go around and Brianna went high, and he went right into the door.
All right, you got a closer camera angle of that?
Let me see what I can do. Of course I have a closer angle. The Grape Crush car of Brianna Laurent.
So it almost looks like
surprised.
Brianna's car broke a little bit loose. See how it pushes up towards the wall?
Yep. It's very possible.
Well, the good thing is that his car does not have a lot of damage. So lap 60, here at lap 59, we are going to have our first caution, actually lap 58, but our first caution is out. It looks like Steven is going to bring his car down and get a few repairs done. Dylan decided to stay out along with Darren Bruce. Mark Kincaid, he's going to take over the 3rd position. Joel Munchel in that 69 car, he is doing a really good job right now, the biggest mover of the race. And if he is in the Discord, let's bring him up. Let's talk to him a little bit. Biggest mover of the race, let's see what he has for these top cars. There he is, Joel Munchel. Oh, you got to send SPG in. Joel Munchel, this is Richard and Amanda up in the booth. You got a copy.
Hello.
How you doing? How's your race going?
Pretty good so far.
Pretty good. Well, as of right now, you are the biggest mover, riding around in the 4th position. Not a bad job. Up 12 positions from where you started. Man, tell me something. You got it. Looks like you got a little bit of speed in that ride. What do you have for those top 3?
Well, before the competition caution, it's gonna get interesting. I don't know how these guys. I wasn't racing around most of these guys for this race because I've started so far back, but so I don't know how they're doing on the late end of the runs. So this is gonna be where we'll find out. It'll be at least a good sign for later in the race, since we will get stacked back up again at the competition. But I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. I'm decent at saving my tires, so we'll see. But I got to deal with everybody around me, and we're going to have a couple guys who did pit who are going to be charging their way through the field, so it could get spicy.
Well, that Freightliner Ford Mustang looks pretty darn good riding around in the top 5, so keep up the good work, and we hope to talk to you after the race. Is he still there?
I don't think so. You just kind of
It's who's
disappeared.
still there.
Joe.
Yes, he's still in here.
All right.
Where was he at?
He was in Shocker Motorsports, so I'll put him back down there. Well, it looks like we lost communication with him, but if he is watching, hopefully he will have good luck with his race. About 14 laps until the competition caution or the stage break, and that 36 has been fast all night. Now, we'll see that 99 come straight through the field, as he probably has a fresh set of tires on that car. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Everybody stacked back up. You got Zachary Martinson. He is going to be another big mover. He is up 8 positions. He is going to be right there in that number 88. So green flag will fly this time by. Hervatten heating up those tires with Darren Bruce on the outside. Let's get ready to go back green flag racing. Green flag is out, and they are off once again. And it looks like the 54 did not get the best of a restart that he wanted, and that's going to stack up that bottom lane. And they are going to go 3 wide coming into turn number 1. You're going to have a hornet's nest. You got the 81, you got the 54, and you got the 69 right there on the outside. He is going to be up there towards that wall. Very dangerous place to be, but being stacked up like that, it makes it better racing. They are going to still be 3 wide. It looks like here comes the 46. The 46 wants to come in and play, and 46 is going to take the low line all the way around. He is going to be able to make the pass, but not bad for some 3 wide racing and giving everybody distance. Here comes the 08 of Cody B. Johnson. He is going to try the same move. And will he be able to make it? Yes, they will. Ooh, the 54 pushes up the track in the middle of the turns. They almost make contact. 54 has to back up. Here comes Curtis Ecker right through the madness out of turn number 2, and he is going to be able to take the position away from Kincaid and move himself up to the 8th position. So Mason Thompson right there in the top 5, and he is looking to make some more moves, as he is going to be stuck behind, who is that? He was behind the 27, the 27 for a second there, but
Yes.
look who has made his way back up towards the front, and he has probably has those fresh tires, and that is going to be James Mandaroo. He is back up to third, and Cody B. Johnson, he is going to be taking over second, and here comes Cody B. Johnson. The 36 gave him a little bit of a block, and now we're going to have a new leader. And that's going to be Cody B. Johnson. He is taking that little lane right around. Out of turn number 2, he's going to slide it up the track. He's got James Mandarud coming around trying to take over that second position. They are going to be door to door for second and third, and it looks like James Mandarud, he is going to be able to take over second position. Piece of cake. They made it look like a piece of cake, and look at the distance between first, second, and third to Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce riding around in fourth, and he is quite a ways. We'll go back to full screen. So he is pretty good distance behind the leaders, almost a whole second already, and they just went back green. Johnson and Mandarud out front, 1 and 2. They are putting some distance between them and Hervatten. Hervatten is 1.3 seconds back, and you have Bruce. He is catching Hervatten. He's got a little bit of help behind him, and that's going to be Mason Thompson. Mason Thompson looking to the outside, trying to get a run. He's going to dive it down. Is he going to be able to make the pass coming out of turn number 2? It looks like he's got the inside of Bruce. And we have another position change. That's gonna move Mason Thompson up to the 4th position. Man, just before the stage break, it's kind of exciting to see that caution come out, but hated to see how it happened. One of our top contenders, and that was going to be Stephen Leitch. He was out there and got caught up with a lap car. I don't think he took any tires. His car's not any faster, so he probably brought his car in, got a little bit of damage repaired, and now going to run what he brought out of the pits. Curtis Ecker still riding around in 8th. Joe Munchell, he is falling back to the 7th position. Still not a bad run, is hanging on to 7th. Mendoza looking at 6th position as of right now, trying to catch up to the back bumper of that number 27. Ooh. Let's go take a look at Mr. Lucas Reed. Lucas was battling it out with a couple of cars earlier on, and it looks like they all got spread out towards the back. You got, where is Matt Banky? Matt Banky is way back there. Going to ride around with Zachary Margison. He has got Damon Nagel. He is going to be showing 4 laps down. Hate to see it for that 86 car. There he is. Colton Hefner doing a pretty darn good job. What is this, Chris? His second start here?
Did we lose Chris?
Maybe. He might have rolled over from sleeping.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Rolled over, went back to sleep?
Probably.
To your question, yes, it's his second race in the Cup. I think he's run 2 races with us in the trucks as well.
Well, newcomers are always welcome, and he's doing a pretty darn good job riding. He's in 13th. He's got a little bit of battle between the 86, which is a lap down car, but he's got Lucas Reed. Lucas Reed is not giving up that position, that 12th position, very easily. He's going to look to the outside now, and he may have a run off of turn number 4, but not going to be able to get there this time. Now he's going to look at turn number 1. Can he get the run into the corner? No, it looks like the 10 has a little bit better entry than the 48, but still not a bad. Chicagoland is a very tough track, and it looks like the 54 is going to challenge Curtis Ecker for that 10th position. Can Curtis Ecker hold him off for 2 more laps? Curtis Ecker, looking for every point that he can get, but looks like Kincaid, he is going to try to take it over right here, right now, and we should see that stage break next time by. So let's go to driver views and see how Everybody is holding up. Matt Banky fell off. I don't know exactly what's going on with his car. He's struggling to stay on the lead lap. May not have the speed that he wants in that car. Maybe those tires are just toast. Maybe he's saving some tires and just riding it out. But either way, you know, still hanging on to the lead lap. So not a bad job for him. You got James Manarud. He is going to be riding around in second. Along with Stephen Leitch, he is going to be, where is he going to be? He is going to be riding around in 8th. So Mark Kincaid, he is going to be right there in 10th. And there is our stage break. Cody B. Johnson is going to be able to take the stage break. Or take the stage win, should I say. James brought his number 51 Chevrolet up to second place, so he is going to grab second place points. All right, well, it's looking good for James. You know, that's my pick for the night. Can he win it? Can the 99 come back from 8th position and win it? What do you think, Amanda?
You know what? It's still kind of early in the race. Not early, but obviously early enough that he's got a good chance to come back from this and take this race.
I believe you're right. He has a fast car. We're going to see pit road be very, very busy. I don't believe he did not take tires on the last pit stop. So he was pretty much just hanging out with what he had. And, yeah, everybody is going to come down and take tires. Second caution of the night. Second caution is going to be due to a stage break. Still a nice, clean race. Everybody's spaced out. And hopefully nobody gets damage on pit road. There you see our points leader right there in the first pit stall. Fastest car on the track during qualifying. Let's see how he makes out on pit road. Everybody's taking those 4 fresh feel goods in a full tank of go-go juice. And who's going to make it out first? It looks like Dylan Hervatin having that first pit stall. He was able to get out in first. Cody B. Johnson, he is going to start second. Looks like Mendonça, he is going to he's going to be restarting third. James Medarud, he is going to be starting 4th. Darren Bruce is going to be starting 5th. Stephen Leitch up 2 positions from where he went in the pits, so he's going to be starting 6th. Joe Munchell going to be right there, still the biggest mover of the race, and he is going to be starting 7th. Nathan Lafayette is going to be starting 8th. Mark Kincaid 9th, and Colton Hefner is going to be starting 10th.
Really need to ask him how to pronounce his last name.
Absolutely. I think I heard you say that earlier, or somebody say that earlier, but I'm just going over what y'all said. And I haven't seen him really in any of the chats to really bring him up and ask him.
I want to say he's part of 4 Wide, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't recall seeing him.
I don't recall either.
But I'll sit back and eat my Cheetos and continue to listen to you mispronounce names.
Yep, I'm gonna do the same.
Well,
I don't have any
Cheetos.
I don't have any Cheetos though.
I bet you're not using chopsticks either.
All right,
I'm an American. I'm using my fingers.
See, I can't use my fingers when I'm working. It's just not gonna work.
All right, while we are under caution, let's bring in our leader of the race, Mr. Hervatin, and see how he is feeling about the rest of the race. So here he is. Mr. Dillon, this is Richard and Amanda in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, man. What's going on?
Well, it looks like you're pretty fast out there, but it looks like you got a little bit of competition. You were able to get in the pits, running 4th, and you come out pretty much a first. That first pit stall must be a really good thing to have.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a mix up there on pit road, and the 81 and the 51 got into it a little bit, so it allowed me to. I got in my box really good and allowed me to get out with the lead. So happy about that. Really upset that caution came out because we were going to take it all the way to the stage and probably win it for sure. But with them pitting there and getting tires, I didn't want to risk it wasting a set just in case we get a one at the end or a green white checkered at the end or something. So, but 36 cars fast. We'll try to do what we did in the first stage there and drive away. But we'll see how it goes. We do definitely have some competition, so hopefully we can keep them behind us and park it for our third win at the end of this thing.
Absolutely. Well, good luck in the rest of your race, and I'll put you back down there, down in with your team, because you're about to go back green.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys.
Not a problem. All right. Let's get ready to go back green flag racing. Pace car is going to dive off. And it looks like Hervatny has got his teammate right behind him, so this should work out in his favor. 46 got a pretty good restart. 36 definitely got a good restart, and he is already out to a 0.2 of a second lead, and he's going to leave his teammate back there to pretty much fend for himself. He's still got Cody Johnson right there on the outside. So let's see what Cody Johnson is able to do. And it looks like Hervatny is going to block for his teammate to get back to door with Cody Johnson. So Hervatny wants his teammate there, and man, this could be a rivalry. If Cody doesn't like the blocking, he might use that chrome horn to move the 36, but we'll see what happens. Oh, 46 gets a little bit loose coming through the dry ovals, and they are pretty much touching doors coming out into turn number 1. It's a pretty exciting race for second place. You got Darren Bruce. He is going to be watching this whole thing, and let's see if we can let's take a ride with him real quick. And there is his point of view, and it looks like Cody Johnson was able to take over second place, with Darren Bruce going to take over third place from Mendoza coming out of turn number 4. Great little battle for a lap or so for that second position. You still got a lot going on behind him. Oh, it looks like the 51 is going to be on that low lane, and the 46 is not giving him any room. So they are going to touch doors too. 46 is going to be on the wall just a little bit, and that's going to allow the 99 to make a pass on the low lane. There you have Joel Munchel. He is going to be right there also. I'm sorry, the 51 is going to be on the low lane. Ooh, the 51 and the 46 get into it just a little bit. Wow, now the doors are being used. Maybe the bumpers might be used later. We'll have to see what happens later on in this race. Mark Kincaid right there in 8th position. He is trying to work his way back up. He's got Stephen Leach right there in front of him, and is pretty much nose to tail, but we still got a little bit of battling going on for the lead, and that's going to be Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce trying to work his Ford Mustang away, trying to work his way around the 36 and take over the lead. Right now, he does have a nose out on the 36 and going to be able to take over the lead. Now he's going to try to create a little bit of distance between him and Hervatny. Hervatny knows he's got a lot of competition, but he might be not trying to race as hard to save those tires. You got James Mandarud. He is going to be right there in 3rd. He's got Cody B. Johnson right there behind him. Richard Mendoza falling back to 4th. He started 3rd, or excuse me, falling back to 5th. Started 3rd on the restart. Got the 69 and 99 right there behind him. Amanda?
Yes, sir.
Call it like you see it.
I mean, honestly, it's just a mess of cars back here. Nobody's really making any major moves. It's just literally a single file line.
You got the 99 of Lates
I
right
do,
there.
and now they're going side by side. 99 and 69, and that? Richard
Donza.
Donza
Sa.
cutting him off.
And I could be saying it wrong too.
Well, the 99 is going to be able to work his way around, and you got Joe Munchel. He is going to be right there behind the 46. 46 is going to be a little bit slow. I wonder if he got a little bit of damage, maybe from scraping the wall just a little bit. But 69 is trying to work his way around. Can't find a way around that 46. He's trying to make his car 3 lanes wide, and the 69 just cannot get around him. You got Curtis Eckert right there in 8th place. Curtis Eckert wants a good finish here. It looks like his car is pretty good. He's just hanging out, trying to keep his car nice and clean for the end of this race as we are coming to lap 90 of 150. We've still got 60 laps to go in the race. Let's see that if that 19 can move his way up. Chris?
Clean car.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Clean car. I knew you were about to say something, so I just handed it over to you.
No, you ain't got to hand it over to me. I'm sitting here putting in tobacco and
Oh,
trying to stretch it back out on the ice pack.
thought you were licking your lips, getting ready to say something. You was like, Yep, that's one of my paint schemes right there. But while we are green flag racing, I mean, well, we got the 51. He is going to be on the outside of the 36. 36 going to be trying to work that low lane. Can he get the run off of turn number 4 coming into the trial? But he's still going to be door to door with James Manderud. And couldn't quite get it that time, but James Manderud is going to try that outside once again, coming into turn number 1. Through the center of the corner and out of turn number 2. It looks like that 51 Chevrolet is going to have it. So the Chevrolet overpowers the Ford, and he is going to take over that second position. James Manderud, he does have one more Ford to pass before he can take the lead, and that's going to be Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce did a really good job of making his moves around the 36 of Hervatten. And now he is out front in that clean air and trying to break away just a little bit. But it looks like Hervatten is not done with Manderud. Manderud slid up the track just a little bit, opened up the door for the 36, and they are going to be side by side as they come into turn number 3. Now, the bottom line has been a better line for the 36. He has been able to make some moves, and is he going to be able to get there? He does a little bit of slide job, but here comes the 51. He's not going to be able to get there, but the 8 is going to drop down to the yellow line and challenge Manderud for that third position. And Cody B. Johnson, he is going to be able to take it back with Stephen Leach. He is going to be right there in 5th position. He is going to be looking to make some moves, and it looks like the 51 is still not done with Cody Johnson yet. He wants 3rd place back, and he's got it. Coming in turn number 3, got a little bit of room. Here comes the 08, going to be fighting on the bottom side. They're going to be door to door coming out of turn number 2, or turn number 4. And it looks like the 08 had the advantage, and now the 99 is going to have to deal with the 51. Well, let's see if the 51 can hang on that outside, because Manderud, he is falling back to 5th right now after running 2nd for quite a few laps. Well, looks like Mark Kincaid, he has got a little bit of a battle himself. Looks like the 46. Man, they love touching doors back here.
You can't say that.
I'm saying it. I'm saying it. It's true. I mean,
Where's Jack? Where's Jack when I need him? You can't say that.
Well, Jack is running around in, the 16th spot. There he is. Man, I thought Wheaties made you stronger. Okay, maybe it don't work for cars, but I want to see that Wheaties car up front. I mean, that is a great paint scheme. I don't know if he downloaded that or if he painted it or somebody painted it for him, but that is a clean-looking car. Chris, did you do that one?
No, sir. I've painted the 19. I've painted the 99. Of course, the 3. The 22, which Mr. Simcox, I know, is having some personal things going on, and that's why he's not been here a couple of weeks. So, yeah, no. Can't say that I did.
Well, Mark Kincaid is not done with the 46 just yet, and they are going to come out of turn number 4 side by side, coming to the start-finish line, and it looks like Mark Kincaid can't quite get the position right then, but he is going to try again here in turn number 1. Side by side, it looks like the 46 is going to have the advantage on the top side. You got Curtis Ecker and Lucas Reed. They are going to be catching up to them as they are battling it out side by side right there in front of them, and that's given the 10 and the 19 a little bit of a little head of steam to close in that gap, because this is an awesome battle between the 54 and the 46. But while we are side-by-side racing, let's go ahead and, go side-by-side and take a look at our sponsors of the race.
Are you a veteran or currently serving? Or perhaps you're a civilian that has a veteran in your life? We want to stack up with you. StackUp.org brings both veterans and civilians together through a shared love of gaming. StackUp serves not only active duty troops and veterans in the U.S., but also our allies throughout the world. We do this through 4 primary programs. Supply crates, giant boxes of the latest in games and gear sent to active duty troops and veterans to raise morale, build camaraderie, and help combat post-traumatic stress. Air assaults, where we fly deserving veterans to life-changing gaming and geek culture events. The Stacks, our local volunteer teams coming together to support military personnel around their community. And our Stop Squad, Stack Up suicide awareness and mental health support team. Our trained volunteers are on call 24/7 if you're looking to talk with someone about your problems. We're here to help. Please reach out to us through StackUp.org to find out how we can support you or the veteran in your life today.
All right, welcome back, and we have a new leader while we're on commercial break. It looks like Hervatin was able to work his way around Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce did not let it go without a fight, but he held on to it as long as he could, and it looks like Cody B. Johnson, he is going to be able to work his way around the 27, also take it over to the second spot. Darren Bruce might have his hands full here very, very shortly, as Stephen Lynch, he is coming up very quick. He is closing in on these 3, with Joe Munchel still up 11 spots, still the biggest mover of the race, and working his way through the field in the top 5. Richard Mendoza, he has been battling it out with Mark Kincaid for quite a few laps, and Mark Kincaid is not quite done with him. He is still right there on the back bumper of that number 46 machine. And it's only a matter of time. Could we see a little bit of a rival going on here, because they were pretty much door banging just a little bit, not too much to give each other damage, but just enough to slow each other down. And I'm pretty sure there were some kind of nice words said in the chats, figuratively speaking. Mason Thompson is sitting right there behind Mark Kincaid. Mark Kincaid gets a little bit loose, and that's going to allow Mason Thompson to look to the inside. Oh, and there's contact between the 81 and the 54.
54 is in the grass. Let me go take that back and take a look and see what happened there.
Wow, and what a save. That's going to be the save of the night. Oh, Curtis Ecker, he is going to bump the wall coming out of turn number 4. What a save by Mark Kincaid. That is going to
All
be the
right.
save of the night. Hold on 1 second, and I'll put you on side by side. We'll take a second look at what happened. Oh no! All right, go ahead. Roll that
All
footage.
right. All right. So, looks like somebody you may have utilized. I was gonna go with the chrome horn, but it looks like he went for the Earnhardt corner.
Well, so looking from that angle, it does look like that car was a little bit upset when he tried to go around. When he tried to go around the 54, it looks like his car was just loose. He tried to.
Take a look again. In slow-mo. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So right here is where he tries to make the move, and the car just pushes right. I think he tried to make a move around the 54 too fast, and it just upset that car. Or
It
did the
looked like-
54 come down?
Hold on. The 54 is the one who originally broke loose. Go backwards. Go backwards. Go backwards. Okay, watch.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
54
You're
got a
right.
little wobbly there. So, I mean, I would say it's, no fault of anybody's at this point. It happened. They
Yeah.
continued on.
Yeah,
Mark Kincaid just took a trip through the grass.
Yeah, and we are still green, and it looks like Darren Bruce has found his way back up to second place with Cody Johnson. He is still riding in a third. You guys, Stephen Lynch, he is going to be right there in fourth with Joe Munchell. He is, fell off just a little bit, but still right there in fifth place. That's going to move, maybe after that little bit of an incident, that's going to move Mason Thompson up to the sixth position with Mendoza. He is going to be right there in seventh. James Mandaroo moving back up to eighth. We are at lap 110 of 150 laps. We only have 40 laps to go. Will we see another caution? Only time will tell. But we'll go back and see what is going on back here. And it looks like Kincaid, he is gonna give Colton a little bit of a run for his money. Colton Ryder, is back here in the 10th spot, and Kincaid wants to get back up there and maybe race that 81 just a little bit more. Didn't go as planned, and it looks like that 54 is just having a little bit of handling problems. There you see he got a little bit loose coming out of turn number 2, and he got really close to the 48. But he was able to save it once again, so that car is unhappy. Will we see him come in? Nobody knows. We know these cars can make it at least 40 laps on a tank of fuel because we seen, who was it, Lucas or Joel?
I believe it was Joel Munchell.
Yeah, I believe it was. I believe you are right. So, we saw Joel, make it 40 laps plus. So, could that be, will we see pit stops here early on? Nathan Lafayette, he is going to be right there battling with Curtis Ecker. Curtis Ecker on the outside. He may have a little bit of right side damage on that car. That car looks a little bit out of shape coming out of the turns. We saw a little bit of jerking of the wheel as he came out of turn number 4, but so far trying to hold his own in 14th right now, trying to make his way back around Nathan Lafayette. And looks, I got an indicator of Brianna. She went off track.
And came right back on track.
Yep.
And then she hit the pits.
Well, Darren Bruce, he is going to bring his number 27 Ford Mustang down pit road also. He's going to leave Dylan Hervatin out there all by himself. Cody B. Johnson, he is going to take over the second position. You got Steven right there in that 99
Third.
taking over third. Yeah, he had a lap down car. That's going to be Matt Banky. He is trying to get some laps back the hard way, and I believe he will be able to do it because he looks like he has a little bit fresher tires than the others, and he is going to make it around the 08 of Cody Johnson. He's got his eyes set on Dylan Hervatin. Let's see if he can catch that 36 and make it around. You know, Banky, if he can get a lap back, you know, that'll make him one lap down. Then he's only got 2 other cars to pass to make, you know, if the caution does come out, you know, 2 other cars to pass to get the lucky dog spot. Now they are way up ahead of him. That's going to be the 23 and the 27. Ooh, 27 looks like he got a little bit tight and bounced it off the wall just a little bit. And there it is. Matt Banky was able to get one of his laps back the hard way. So he is going to be riding the wall just a little bit. He tried to Ross Chastain it. And our leader is now going to be coming down, and that's going to allow Cody Johnson to take over the lead with Joe Munchell staying out also. Here comes the 27. He is going to work his way around Mason Thompson. 27 has a lot fresher tires than the 81, so the 81 is not going to put up a fight. He's going to let him go and try to get his lap back the hard way. Now he's going to have his eyes set on Joe Munchell in second place. Will Joe give him the line that he wants? Yes, he will. He'll let him right on by. You know, that's why I love racing with these guys. You know, these guys, you know, they're fast, they're competitive, and, you know, they do have a lot of respect for each other. Oh, somebody's getting loose, and that's going to be the 48. He's going to be around on pit road. So
take a look. Was
Colton,
that the 48 or the 46?
The 48 was loose on pit road. He had to back it up. He's got pit road blocked, and he's got to get that car moving just in case somebody else wants to pit. And there he goes. He does have it moving. Cody Johnson's bringing his car in. Got to get it slowed down. Oh, he's gonna have to lock him up. Oh, and here comes 69 to Munchell.
Slow down on pit road.
So, mistakes do happen. Old tires, slick pit road, mistakes do happen. And Darren Bruce going to be out there riding in third with Hervatin. He is going to be tracking him down real quick, fast, and in a hurry. About 3 seconds, separate Bruce and Hervatin. Now about 2 seconds, so... Oh, Bruce has got to pick up the pace just a little bit if he wants to keep that 36 at bay. Stephen Leitch, he is going to work his way around Nathan Lafayette, and he is riding around in the third position with the 81 of Mason Thompson, still doing pretty well. Joe Munchell, he is bringing his car out. He has a good fresh set of tires. Let's see. Where did the 48 come out? 48 is back out on the track after his little mishap on pit road.
He is back there in 15th.
Everybody is spread out now. If we thought they were spread out before, and we got a nice little battle heating up right here. You got the 69 and the 46. This is going to be for 5th and 6th position. As the 69 has the freshest tires, will the 46 hold him up or let him by? Here they come out of turn number 4, and they are going to be side by side. So 46 is not going to go down without a fight, but he does not have the tires that the 69 has, and the 69 is going to be able to pass him right on the top side. Ooh, had to mute my mic for a second. I had to sneeze. Excuse me.
Oh, you're right.
Well, James Vanderroot fell back to 8th, but he does have Kincaid in his sights. Not too far back, but far enough. He has 28 laps to make up that time. Now, we saw this battle before. We saw Kincaid and the 46. They were pretty much door checking each other, for quite a few laps, and wasn't able to get past each other. And let's see if that happens again. Pretty much nose to tail as he came into turn number 3. They are still nose to tail coming out of turn number 4. 54 is going to look down low. Is he going to have it? Nope. Now he's going to look up high because the 46 is going to go down to the apron. coming into turn number 1. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right, sorry about that. I guess a little dust in the air. I had to sneeze again.
Ah,
Or I'm allergic to myself. I don't know which one.
I think you're allergic to yourself, honestly.
Probably am.
It sounds about right.
Well, we'll go side by side, see where you're at, and see if we can find a little bit of action on the track while we're watching this little battle right here.
You know, honestly, mine just keeps flipping around to different cars. I hit exciting and it's just cars by themselves.
So you're a little bit behind.
Story of my life. Tell me something I don't know.
Hit the live button.
Should be.
No, now it's live.
My bad. Sometimes I have to hit it twice. It doesn't like me.
Well, Darren Bruce still out front leading this race. He still has a little bit of distance between him and Hervaten now, but that distance is slowly fading away as it has closed to about 1.5 seconds between the 27 and 36. So the 36 is coming. He is coming slowly but surely. So does he have enough laps to get to the back bumper of the 27? I do believe he does. But the 27 has Matt Banky. He is going to go a lap down. He will be the first car 1 lap down if the 27 is able to catch him. So Matt Banky may get his lap back if we do see a caution come out. And there goes the 27. 27 is going to go right on down. And we're going to go back full screen racing.
Ready?
36. That 36, he's coming. Now he's cut that lead down to under a second now. So Bruce is in jeopardy of losing that first place position. But look where third place is. Third place of the 99. He is right there, about 3.1 seconds back now. He is coming pretty quick too. So Stephen Letch, he's making moves also. He's got Nathan Lafayette right there behind him. That is going to be a lap down car. I don't know if that's helping him. It kind of looks like it. He's got a little bit of a drafting partner, a pusher, and that 99 and 00 are actually keeping up with each other. So I'd love to see these guys get grouped back up and see a fight for the finish. Joe Munchel and Thompson, they are pretty much right there side by side. Well, not side by side, but within racing distance from each other. You got the 54 and 46 going at it still. They are side by side. We've seen this quite a bit tonight. Kincaid and Mendonça. Let's take a look at our driver views.
Alrighty.
You know, we'll ride with Richard for a moment. Oh, there was a little contact between the 54 and the 46. If you look very close at the top of Kincaid's screen, you could see that contact indicator. It may not be an X, but there was contact between those two cars. So they're still reaching out and touching each other. I know, I can't say that. And look at the run. Look at that run that Mendonça.
Can't say they're touching doors.
Oh, and there's a little bit of bump from the 46. Now this is starting to get very interesting, and I don't believe Mark Kincaid is going to take much more of that. Oh, yeah, they're just going back and forth, and yeah, we're going to have to go full screen. I got to see this. I definitely got to see this.
I might even have to get you some glasses so you can see it better on side by side. You want to borrow? I have a spare pair of glasses. You want to borrow?
Actually, I do have to go get another set. That prescription, the prescription I do have is actually pretty old, and they're actually messing with my eyes. So I elected not to wear them.
So, random fun fact: did you know you're supposed to get your eyes checked every year?
I don't like doctors. Don't care if they're eye doctors or not. And these guys are just going back, you know, here at lap 134. These guys are just going back, you know, they're going back and forth. Giving the position, taking the position. Giving the position, taking the position. And one lap is Mark Kincaid's, and the next lap is Richard Mendoza's. And here we go again. They are going to be side by side once again, coming in turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. They are making contact left and right, and the 46 just slides it barely in front of the 54. Now the 54, or excuse me, the 46 scrubs the wall just a little bit. 54 gets a little bit tight, slides up the corner. Maybe a little bit of contact right there. No harm, no foul. And now the position goes back to the 46. This is an exciting battle right here because they are battling out like it is the last lap. We're going to go to the gearbox cam of the 46. Whose tires are going to give up first? That's going to be the question. But as of right now, Kincaid has his hands a little full. And it looks like Kincaid, can he catch back up? Looks like he has a little bit better entrance into turn number 3. Let's see if he can get the exit off of turn number 4. He does make up a little bit of ground, and they could be side by side coming up here maybe by turn number 2. Look at the run. Look at utilizing that little bit of draft that you can get from here at Chicagoland. Looks like the 46 is a little bit better out of turn number 2, but Kincaid is able to make it up as he's coming down the backstretch into turn number 3. He will be able to make up that time. So 46 better in 1 and 2. 54 is better in 3 and 4. Dylan Hervot. Let's go back to our regular ticker so you can take a look at the distance there. He's not too far away from Bruce. Bruce is about a second back, and we got Cody B. Johnson. He is going to be showing that he crashed, and he had to jump in the pits very quickly. There is the gap between Darren Bruce and Hervotten. It's not a big gap. And it looks like Leitch had to bring his car down pit road. 12 laps to go. Is this a pit strategy?
Maybe.
So at the lap, let's see what lap they did pit at. All right, so we will... Let's see here. Let's see where they did pit. And come on, bring it up.
It said no.
Come on, bring it up. There it is. All right, so. And it's not bringing up Leitch. Come on.
Late. It looks like he shot back down to 11th.
Yeah, so he pitted. So everybody else pitted at lap 110, looks like 113, 117, 118. So he just pitted. Now, does he know something that are these guys going to have to save to make it to the end, or what? I didn't see an indicator that he had anything go on with that car. And when we were riding on the driver's cams, he looked like he was still pretty fast. So maybe he knows something that we don't. Could this be a strategy because nobody can make it to the end? I'm not exactly sure, but we will find out. There we see James Mandarud. But Dylan Harbatten, he's still got Derek Bruce right there in second. Still under a second back from the back bumper of that 36. And, Thompson is over 9 seconds back. 9 seconds back from the leaders. You got the 69 of Joe Munchell. We'll probably be talking with him once again if this is where he finishes in fourth, because he is the biggest mover. Can he catch to the 81? Does he have enough laps to go to catch the 81? We only have 7 laps to go now. Don't know. But he's got the 48 right there in between him and the 81. So let's see if the 81 gives him any problems trying to get around. And I don't believe he's going to be able to. I don't believe he's going to be able to catch up to the 48 to get around him to try to even challenge the 81 right now. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll go back up front. We'll see how Derek Bruce is doing. I think he was pretty much saving what he had. No, I don't think he's saving what he had. He's now falling off to about 1.2 seconds. So Dylan Hervatten has actually picked up the pace a little bit. Mason Thompson in third. Can he finish out in third? We shall see. Joe Munchell up 12 positions, right in fourth. Still has that Aaron's number 48 right there in between them. We got Brianna right there in that number 6, trying to let everybody by. She has had a little bit of wiggling going on, but she was able to get it straight. There we have Mendoza. He is right there in 5th, and Kincaid, I think they raced their tires off because he is actually falling a little bit back from Kincaid or Mendoza. Don't believe we'll be seeing that side-by-side battle, but it was a very exciting battle for quite a few laps. 51 of James Mandarud. He is right there in the 7th position, still in the top 10. Not a bad finish, as the next gen cars are. Some people love these cars, some people dislike these cars. I think James is a little bit neutral because he is. I've seen him win races. He does stream. So go check out his streams. He puts on a pretty good show when he is racing. He gets into these officials and just stomps their ass if they can. But yeah, Mandarud Racing. Go check him out. Give him a like on Facebook. Always interactive in the chat, so definitely have a good time in there. But it looks like hopefully he's having a pretty good time here at the Genesis Cup Series, riding around in 7th. Like I said, top 10, not a bad night at all. Lucas Reed going to be riding around in 8th position. We saw him have quite a few battles himself, and so far, it's worked out. He's still in the top 10, riding around in 8th position. Curtis Eckert, he is riding around in 9th. We've seen him battle it out. We've seen him scrape the wall just a little bit, but he still got that car up in the top 10. Zachary Martinson, we have 2 laps to go. Zachary Martinson, he is riding around in 10th, up 7 positions. So not bad at all for that 88 machine in the top 10. Stephen Leitch, he is in 8th, or he's in 11th. Not exactly sure what the strategy was, but maybe that car was just a little bit. Well, white flag is out. And we'll get rid of that. We'll go back to our leader, and there he is. He's got Bruce right there within striking distance. But I don't believe Bruce has enough time to get to him because there is going to be the checkered flag.
Oh no!
So he went 3 for 3. Come on, switch. There we go.
It doesn't want to switch.
No, it did not. So OBS is being a little bit slow today. It's not wanting to bring. It wasn't wanting to bring
Nice.
things up or take them off
Well,
in the pace that I wanted them to.
you know what's crazy is mine is showing me that there's drivers still loaded in, but it won't show me any of them individually on the track. That's just rude.
And there is going to be Hervat, and he is going to try to burn it down. And get a couple of pictures of his burnout. So what a great run by Dylan Hervaten. He said that 36 was fast, and he proved it was fast. Nobody was the kryptonite to his Superman. 3 for 3. Great job by that 36 team. All right, let's take that off. We got enough. All right, well, we should have some top 3 finishers in the waiting room, hopefully, somewhere.
Well, let me see. I'm not gonna sit here and keep trying to fight with.
Joel Munchel up 12 positions from where he finished. You know, those cautions did help him gain a little bit, a few spots, but that was some hellacious driving. You know, by that 69 of Joe Munchel.
Yeah. All right. So, bear with me 2 seconds. All right. So we need
Mason
Mason
Thompson.
Thomas.
Yep.
Darren Bruce.
And that's
Dylan.
Thompson, by the way, not Thomas.
Oh.
I had to look like, have I been saying that wrong all this time? Nope.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and move Thompson up to the broadcaster booth. You ready?
I'm ready wherever you are.
We are in broadcaster. No, we're in SBGN.
Come on, you're the one that jumped in here. Catch up.
I know. Listen, it's been a long day. All right, here you go.
All right, Mr. Thompson. This is Richard and man it up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, you did a lot of racing in that number 81 Chevrolet Camaro, and you brought home a podium finish, 3rd place. You had a lot of competition in this race tonight, but you are one of the 3 that came out on top. Man, talk to us a little bit about your race.
It was very up and down. I started in the back. Well, no, I started like mid pack and then fell to the back because I had zero practice. I jumped in the qualifying, ran like whatever I ran, and was just like, you know what, that seems pretty. I feel like I know what I'm doing. Anyways, and that first run, I felt like a brick. Like I just plummeted through the field. I was like third or second to last at one point. And I just kind of was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit here and ride, kind of figure things out. And then figured out how to get the car to rotate really good and how to save the tires. And just drove up, kept on driving up, and then had that little incident on pit road and with the 51 and got set back and then had to do it all over again. So it honestly, I think I could have won. I could have challenged Dylan, but we'll let this wait another race to see.
Absolutely. Well, you were tied for the second biggest mover of the race, so you definitely did something right. Maybe cautions helped you out, maybe not, but you definitely drove the wheels off of that Camaro and did a really good job of bringing home a third place finish. So, man, podium finishes, man, you get to give out all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready.
Uh, Shout out to my teammates, I guess, man. Dylan and Ricky. I'm gonna try and put it on the league this year.
Absolutely. Well, next week is going to be a totally different ball game as let's see where we are headed. I should know this schedule by heart by now. I look at it all the time, but I don't. So Watkins Glen, you're going to be making lefts
Oh.
and rights. Road course.
Yes, that is. I'm gonna be very happy about that.
Well, that sounds like you are pretty confident. So you think you can put that 81 in victory lane next week?
I don't want to sound like cocky, but I mean, I'm not the worst when it comes to road courses. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, great job here tonight, and can't wait to see what you can do on that road course. Keep up the good work, and we'll holler at you later.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. All right, that was Mason Thompson finishing in third. Great job by him. All right, let's track down Mr. Darren Bruce. Let's see how his race went. He couldn't quite catch the leader, but finishing in second is not a bad job at all. And I do not see him in Discord. Oh, there he is. Mr. Darren Bruce. This is Richard and Amanda in the booth. Got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you were looking to finish in first. You had a very fast car, but in those closing laps, you just could not catch Dylan. It looks like you were better in some turns, and it looks like he was better in the other turns. Man, talk to us about your race, man. You led some laps, and you kept that car clean.
Yeah, I'm just learning this car. I hadn't. This is really the first series I've drove the next gen car in. I'm just trying to figure it out. But Dylan, he's fast, and he had a knack for saving his tires early. He could have probably stretched on out on his feet if he wanted to. I wasn't gonna catch him there at the end. He was consistently faster on long runs than we were every run.
Everybody says they don't. These are not their favorite cars, or they're not familiar with them, but yet they can drive them like there's no tomorrow. Um, but still, man, that's a really good job. I mean, you started in fourth, finishing in second. You kept it there pretty much all night long, and man, you even, like I said, you even led a couple of laps. So great job here tonight. You got Watkins Glen coming up next week. So you're gonna be throwing those right hand turns in there. So how do you think you'd be feeling about that?
I just try to stay on the track, man. I ain't much of a road racer. I'm more of a circle guy.
I like to make those left turns too. I'm not a road racer either, but
But it's fun. I'm just not good at it.
well, definitely put in some practice, man. We'd like to see you on the podium once again. That Duckworth's Barbecue Ford Mustang looks pretty good on them podiums. But congratulations on that second place finish. And if you would like to give any shout outs, you earned them.
Yeah, shout out to the guys putting the league on. Shout out to you guys doing the broadcast. I want to thank my wife for letting me do this and say hey to my grandchildren. And my teammate Trent, he's not here. He's had to work tonight. He's a trooper, so his work schedule's kind of crazy. He don't get to race every week, but we'll look forward to having him back next week.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing him back out on the track. Hope he enjoys those diecasts that I sent him.
He did.
Awesome.
They were great.
Well, I appreciate the good racing and can't wait to see what you can do next week.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, Miss Amanda, let's track down our winner. You know he is dying to talk to us, and his fans are dying to hear from him. Mr. Dylan Hervatin bringing home a third win of the season. Dylan, it's Richard Amanda up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure, what's up, man?
Well, you're what's happening. I mean, you bring home another win here in the next gen series. Tell us how you're feeling.
I feel pretty good. Kind of disappointed that I wasn't. For the guy that won the race, I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I feel like I was driving harder than I wanted to. But overall, I mean, I'm where I want to be, so it works out. I guess it doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you get there, right?
Absolutely. So I do have a question. If it would have went a little bit longer, the 27 looked like he was a little bit faster. It looked like he was closing in on you. Do you think he would have overtook it if it would have went a little bit longer?
It depends. Because I came off that pit stop, I didn't expect him to pull 2.5 seconds on me on the pit stop. I knew he might get ahead of me, but I didn't expect him to get that far. So I kind of drove a little bit harder to try to make sure I caught up to him before the end of the race, and I probably drove a little too hard. And then I don't know if you guys saw or not, but I hit the apron there on the front stretch and almost wrecked it. And I probably made the tires a little angry, and they didn't really want to cooperate with me for the last 5 laps. So, I mean, up till that point, before I hit that, I was pulling away from him a little bit. Wasn't too much, but it was a little bit. I definitely had a tire advantage over him, which definitely helps me for sure. But nonetheless, this Barstool Sports number 36 looks good. Parked here on the front stretch. Did some good donuts, and gonna celebrate a third one on the season.
Absolutely. I definitely grabbed some screenshots of you doing your burnout, so I'll post those in the chat. But, man, great job here tonight. Next week we're going to be taking it to the Watkins Glen. We've seen you on ovals. I haven't really seen you on road courses, and there's a couple in here that might think they have an advantage. How about you?
Well, it depends. Like I said, this car fits my driving style a lot, so it really just depends. I'm gonna have to put my practice in for sure. I'm not the world's best road racer, but I definitely think I'll be within the top 5 for sure. I know that Mason is going to be very good and probably very hard to beat there. He's a pretty good road racer, so he'll be one to watch out for. But I shouldn't be far behind him. Like I said, I'm going to try to put some practice in. It's definitely my best road course out of all the road courses on the game, I guess. So it all just depends. We'll have to go there and find out. Home track race for me, home track. So we'll have to just hope for the best and maybe get a 4th. But all right, hey, we're coming into this race, and our worst finish right now is 2nd. So I'll take it. All right.
Absolutely. Well, I got one more question for you, and I wish I was a fly on the wall, but you were in the chat with Richard while he was racing several laps with Mark Kincaid. What kind of conversations did you hear on the radio?
Oh, man. Richie's just doing his best. Didn't say too much. He usually gets pretty focused and in the game, but I think he was getting frustrated with himself, because he couldn't figure out how to get a little faster. So I'll have to get with him and try to give him some tips to help him out. But Ricky and Mason, we go way back. We're really good friends, so I want to be able to help out my teammates. And but he did good. He brought home a top 5, and good battle there with Mark. I'll have to go back and watch it, but I'm sure that I'm sure he's not 100% thrilled because that kid wants to be up here winning races, and I'm sure he will soon enough. And I want to help him. I know Mason wants to help him. We hate seeing him struggle and hate listening to him have to struggle. So we want him to be up here with us just as much too. So, but at the end of the day, he does a good job. And but before I go, just want to give a shout out to Andrew. Appreciate him for stopping by, Lexi, and then all my teammates Mason, Ricky, and then my team at Dylan Herberton Racing, and his 36 car looks pretty good, man. I'm telling you what, looks good. I like 3 time on the season. That sounds pretty good.
Well, great job here tonight, and tell Richard, that was go back and watch that. That was awesome battles. They were pretty much going back and forth with the position.
I'll pass the word along.
But yeah, tell him really good job with that. Fun to watch that.
Yeah, no, I'll pass the word along. But appreciate you guys for having me, and appreciate you guys for doing this. It's nice to be able to show the world what we got going on here. So
absolutely. All right. Well, we'll catch you next time. And all right, Miss Amanda.
Yes, sir.
Let's bring up Mr. Joe Munchel just for a moment.
All right, let me put Dylan back in here.
you guys have a good one. Thanks for.
You too. Thank you. You cut him off. No, just playing.
Sorry.
It's like hanging up the phone on somebody. Sorry.
You said Joel Munchel?
Yep. That was our biggest
All
mover
right.
of the race. He worked his way up, 12 positions from where he started. And so that's a pretty good accomplishment. And he was trying to track down Mason Thompson.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. He
All right, there you go.
trying to track down Mason Thompson, but he couldn't quite get there as the laps ended. But that's going to be Mr. Joel Munchel finishing in the 4th position, up 12 spots. Joel, what a great finish, man. From where you started to where you finished, that was an amazing job. Joel?
He's in here.
You hear me?
There he is. There he is.
There you go. We can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a fun race. Apparently, I found out late after the race that they were all shifting, and I didn't realize that. So maybe that was part of it. But apparently, I was still able to manage my tires enough to keep the speed long term. So it all worked out all right.
Absolutely. We thought you had a little bit more speed for the 81, but you started falling off a little bit, and we thought you would have been on the podium finish, but you fell just a little bit short. But the accomplishment that you had was, bringing your car from the back, working it up to the front, keeping it up there, and, biggest mover. Not a bad job, man. And we just wanted to give you a shout out for that.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna be tough because it seemed like every single run he was catching me at the end of the run, and then I would pull away from him towards the beginning of the run. But so I knew he was saving tires better than I was. So when we were battling for so long, I wasn't sure how long it was gonna hold up. So once he got ahead of me and stayed ahead of me, I pretty much figured that I wasn't catching him again. But I think I kept up with him for the most part, so I was pretty satisfied with that. So.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that. If you got any shout outs, you're welcome to give them. And then we'll let you get back down and talk with your teams.
Just shout out for you guys for doing the broadcast, Chris and I think Curtis for running the league. And that's about it. And then just the Shocker Motorsports guys for letting me hang out with them and be teammates.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you stopping by. Great racing. Get ready for Watkins Glen because that's coming up in a week. So hope you're
I'm
prepared.
thrilled.
You don't sound it. But
I'm not a road course person.
Well, congratulations once again for that bigger mover. We'll let you enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk at you later.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Miss Amanda, this
All
is
right.
a time where we get to say goodbye for the night. What a great race! It was long green flag laps. We got to see some pit strategies play along. We got to see a couple incident cautions, and we had a stage break, so that changed the dynamic of the race. With those cautions, but it was still a great race. We saw a great race between the 54 and the 46. They battled it out side by side for several laps. So definitely, if go back and just take a look at that because that was really exciting to us up here to just see them two go at it. I know Mark Kincaid probably either was smiling or cussing. I don't know which one, but we were smiling up here while we were calling it. But great job by these guys. It shows the skill that we have in this league, and can't wait to see what they can do, making lefts and rights next week at Watkins Glen. But Miss Amanda, do you have anything before we call it a night?
I do not, Richard. We have a few changes coming on our side from Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. That'll be in the works. We'll have some new graphics added. And hopefully by this weekend, I would say at least Sunday, we'll have something to show.
Absolutely. Always looking forward to those changes. And let's see, I was going to say
It's
something, but I
good
forgot it.
changes. It's good changes. Oh, there you go with those disposable thoughts again. Yeah, I wouldn't really call it change. It's just, something new that we're going to be doing.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Well, can't wait to see what that is because y'all haven't brought me in on that. But thank you to
I'll
all
fill you in.
Yeah, okay, yeah, please do. Thank you to all the drivers that shared their screen with us. Glad to have them come aboard and display their point of view. Hope the people at home enjoyed it. But let's really quick before we go, let's go through our finishing results. So looks like Dylan Herbaden, he's going to finish on the finish. Shit. I should put myself in the eye. Dylan Herbaten is going to take home his third win, and Darren Bruce, he's going to finish in second. That's going to definitely help him out into the points. Mason Thompson going to finish third. Joe Munchel finishing fourth, the biggest mover of the race. Mandanza going to finish fifth. Mark Kincaid going to finish sixth. James Mandarood, he is going to finish seventh. Lucas Reed is going to finish eighth. Curtis Ecker, ninth. 10th is going to be Zachary Margison.
11th was Stephen Leitch. 12th, Nathan Lafayette. 13th is Colton Hopner. Hopefully we're saying that right.
Yeah,
If
we got to
not,
find
we'll talk
him.
to Colton.
Yes.
We'll find you, Colton. We'll make sure we get this clear. 14th was Jack Nunemacher. 15th was Matt Banky. 16th was Damon Nagel. 17th, Jeffrey Rudick. And 18th was Brianna Laurent.
Absolutely great race. But that's going to be
all of these drivers.
Yep, that's going to we're going to call it a night. I'm going to go to bed 3 o'clock. We came early this morning, but we hope y'all have a great night, a great rest of your night, and hopefully you will enjoy the rest of your week. We will be broadcasting tomorrow for the North American Stock Car League, and I believe that starts at 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Alrighty.
But y'all have a good night and God bless.